Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today we're going to talk about the one implement that I personally never find a use for on a multi-tool, and that is the bottle cap lifter. Now, I have several different manufacturers here to kind of illustrate how different companies integrate their bottle cap lifters into their multi-tools. With some of them, I really don't mind because of the way they integrate them. They are kind of multi-purpose, and other times they are standalone and not really my cup of tea, if you will. So one of the first ones that we're going to look at is the Leatherman Surge. Now, the Leatherman Surge does not have a great bottle cap lifter, which doesn't affect me because, frankly, it's too bulky, too cumbersome to be pulling out to be able to use it like that, which is in a minute I'll get to the type or style that I actually prefer on a bottle cap lifter. But I don't mind this one because it doubles as the can opener. It's really a can opener slash bottle cap lifter, if you will. This can opener works fantastic. Bottle cap lifter does not work that great. But it also integrates in the wire stripper. So you'll find this on stuff like the Surge, Wave, Charge, Super Tool 300, pretty much all of Leatherman's lineup. There are exceptions, but the vast majority of Leatherman's lineup will use a style like this. With the discontinued Juice series, they had a different sort of style. They had a different type of can opener, and it also doubles as your bottle cap lifter. But it doesn't work very well either. And the reason for that is because on both of these styles, it's very thin. It doesn't really have a lip to grab the edge of the cap very well. You can get it done, but it's just cumbersome. With the Free series, this includes the P series, T series, and K series of tools. They integrate it with their driver. This I don't mind because this is really not taking up an additional tool slot, much like these other two as well. But it's the way they integrate it in there. It gives you a little extra functionality in case you need it, but it doesn't really act as a standalone tool or a standalone implement. Now, when we get into a couple of the other models like the Skeletal CX, these are frame integrated. So with the carabiner, you just clip it onto the back. Now, the great thing about this style is that it offers a wider lip in order to grab a bottle cap, and these actually work better than these styles. Same thing goes with the Signal. The Signal's even better because it's a little bit more robust. Works again with the carabiner, so you just clip it onto the bottle cap and you're able to pry it off there. So these frame integrated work really well, and there's a couple other styles here that are frame integrated as well. Now with Victorinox, it comes to the kind of the same problem that you have with the Leatherman, the thinner ones from Leatherman. Now the P series all the Free series have a much wider lip here because of the fact that they're integrated with that particular driver. So this actually works better than these models, but not better than the frame integrated. Now with Victorinox, it has a similar problem to these styles of the Leatherman, wherein it's a little thinner in profile. This does not work as your can opener. Your can opener for these is actually on the opposite side on most Victorinox knives. So it works kind of as a standalone, but it also integrates the flat driver on front. So much like these other designs, I really don't mind them that much when they integrate a proper tool or proper implement into that bottle cap lifter, and the bottle cap lifter is kind of a secondary. Now with Gerber's armbar, this is probably one that I actually might use if I carried this. I wish they would upgrade the armbar a little bit, but the armbar has a flip out with a very wide grip here. So this is actually something that you could very easily grab out of your pocket, be able to flip that up, use it, stash it away real quick. You don't have these extra steps of having to go into and open up a multi-tool in order to get to it. So I really like the bottle cap lifter on the armbar. If they would get this driver so that it was locking, this might be one of the most perfect pocket multi-tools out there. Gerber has really come a long way in their design. I really like the original armbar. If they made that driver locking, and they could even get rid of a couple of the other little implements they had in here, I think that would be a fantastic pocket tool. Now, Gerber also has, one of their long-running tools is the Gerber Dime. Now, the Gerber Dime has an integrated bottle cap lifter where you don't have to flip it out. It's just always on the ready. This one is fairly decent, but the problem is it's built kind of weak, And so a lot of times I'll see people that break these off quite often because it's just not built quite robust enough. I do, however, like the fact that you don't have to basically open anything up. You don't have to flip anything. You don't have to open a multi-tool. It's just always at the ready. Just grab it out of your pocket and go. Same thing with the Kershaw. The problem with the little Kershaw is the fact that it's not quite as wide as something like the Dime is. And if I had to choose a favorite of all of these, my two favorite would probably be from the Gerber models. I really like the wide lip that they offer, and they're not really taking away from the tool, if you will. Even though this is frame integrated, and this one also is a flip up, they don't really rob anything from the tool. They're kind of integrated into the frame, but this one especially integrated in the frame. But this one is kind of part of the frame as also. Really acts as the spacer between the two sides. So this style of bottle cap lifter, I really don't mind. With my Leatherman that I use, I don't ever use the bottle cap lifter. So it doesn't bother me that necessarily there's so many steps in order to get it open, and then it's not as user-friendly as some of these others. But by the same token, if it was a tool or an implement that I found myself using more often, I would probably end up trying to carry something auxiliary with it, like one of the Gerbers, to better utilize that particular function. But it's just one of those functions that seems like every multi-tool manufacturer thinks that we have to have on a multi-tool, and it's the one that I very, very rarely use. My name is Ben. You've been watching the Texas Tool Crib. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one.